Good afternoon, my name's Jack Taberner and I'm from England. The dialogue today is about environmental issues. Is our environment important to us? Well, have you ever been down to your local tip to see just how much rubbish your town produces? I think you'll be absolutely amazed. It's absolutely staggering and it takes years for this stuff to break down so that we can reuse the land. Consider China. It has one of the largest populations per square mile of any country in the world. The pollution the traffic congestion produces means that people have to wear masks to filter the air that they breathe. Is this the way we're going? How can we end these trends? Well, let's look at reducing landfill. Supermarkets, for example, put everything in plastic trays and plastic wrappers. Some of it, of course, is necessary, but the majority of it isn't necessary. Why put vegetables and fruit in a plastic tray and a plastic wrapper? It's got a perfectly natural wrapper of its own, and it's unnecessary to wrap it in plastic. Some of it this plastic and wrappers we can recycle, glass, plastic, paper, and we can all do our little bit. We can buy locally produced food at markets and from farm shops that is not wrapped in plastic. Spuds with soil on them, and we have to wash them like our parents did in the old days. This will reduce recycling and minimise landfill to a large extent. What about traffic pollution? Well, city congestion, like China, is not acceptable because of the pollution it produces. People still have to go to cities for work, for shopping, for entertainment. But the congestion charges that many councils are introducing are not really an answer to the problem. They don't address the problem. They are a way of making money, but they doesn't address the problem. Is public transport an alternative? Well, in my experience, no. It's unreliable. Last week, I went to catch a train to Liverpool at 5:30 to go to a meeting, and to find out the 5:30 train had been cancelled on the last minute. Not good enough. If I go for a night out in Liverpool, I feel like Cinderella. If I'm not home by midnight, my horses will turn back to mice again. The last bus is at 10:30, the last train 11:30, and if I miss that, a taxi is £28. That makes it a very expensive night out. What's the alternative? Well, if it's going to be public transport, the companies have to shape up. The car manufacturers are working hard at the moment to reduce their carbon footprint. They've produced hybrid cars, which are electric, gas or petrol. Currently very expensive, but manufacturers are working to reduce this cost. As everything, new technology is expensive at first. Like TVs in the 50s. They came out, it was a big box, a very small screen, only black and white, and very expensive. But with years of development, they're much bigger, cheaper, better, and now in colour as well. And cars, the hybrid cars, will go the same way. In conclusion, if we all do a little bit collectively, then we can make a big difference together. We don't want to hand our children an environment like they have in China. So, what can you do to better our environment? Goodbye.